promise you guys out there that are listening on podcasts and watching on Facebook Live, it's not just doom and gloom. We're going to get into a little happy news now. Joey Votto, he's finally seemed to have wakened from his slumber, that April slumber, the Ferrari finally getting revved up. I'll start with you, Sadden. I mean, you got to like what you're seeing from Mr. First Base.
Yeah, it's great that he's starting to swing the bat a little bit. I mean, his defense is there, is getting his head in the game a little bit more, I think, But, hey, I got to tell you this. Last week when he talked about he'd rather quit than play at a poor level, I go back and forth on this a little bit, Part of me is like, hey, that's a great attitude because he wants to excel, he wants to be the guy. But part of me is, there's that Votto attitude a little bit more, like, what does that mean? What's he trying to say? What button is he pushing there? But, as a fan, hey, I got to say go Votto. It's better now than trying to swing the bat in September.
I wasn't there when he said that. Was he being tongue-in-cheek? Because he can have kind of a dry...
He said it on the road. I wasn't there either.
Okay.
I think the caveat here is he said it, and he has absolute confidence that he's not going to struggle like that.
Yeah.
He just it's out of the realm of his mind that he would ever, struggle to this degree. His the worst month of his career. So, he'll come around. And it surprised me because he had such a good spring. If he had a bad spring and he came out, but he had a really good spring. He hit 4 something, I think,
yeah.
And then to struggle out of the gate. But he'll be there at the end.
It just seems to me as a guy who knows the strike zone as well as he does, he might know the strike zone better than 75% of the umpires calling games. I mean, the fact that he's leading his team in strikeouts, I don't know if it's, his command isn't syncing up with what the umpires are seeing. What are you seeing, Mike, out of him?
Well, I think that it's just also how the pitchers are approaching him, and they're being really aggressive, busting him on his hands, and he's having a hard time making adjustment to that early in the season. But I think back to the comments of, if I struggle like this, I'll quit. I think the Reds front office would probably be like, yes, thank God, because the rest of that contract is going to be ugly. I mean, this year and next year they might be getting their money's worth, and then after that, it's going to hurt them.
Canadian humor. Is that what that is, right?
That's the loon. I think with Votto, I think once this team is back in contention, he'll still be maybe not an MVP level talent, but he's still going to be all-star level talent by the time this team really gets it rolling in 2018.